Alright, so we're gonna get a different truck. Enjoy. So what I have in mind is I'm honestly enjoying this truck, but I want to keep driving something different. Um, and the main reason that I want to drive something different is because I found a truck that I actually want to buy. That being said, let me show you the truck that I want and why I want the truck. It is a Western Star. It is rather expensive, but it's a 49X. Now, with the 49X, the only, literally the only issue that I have with it is the fact that it's 45,000 frickin' dollars. Um, but with this truck, I honestly would like to spec it out to be a heavy haul truck. Um, and nobody else will drive it but me. And the idea is like when I want to do super heavy haul trucks, like super heavy haul stuff. Um, or for example, well, perfect example right there. 105, 106,000 pounds. Okay, I'm not going there. I'm not driving that far. But, um, I want to go, I'm sure it's not going there. I want to take something that's super heavy, like, over 100,000 pounds. Um, I need something that's going to be able to handle that. So instead of specking out a truck that I'm going to use for everyday deliveries and stuff, I want a truck that I'm going to, well, have specialized, if you will. Also, you might be asking, well, how are you going to afford it? It's $45,000 and you have 16K in the bank. Glad you asked. Here's how I'm going to do that. This International Lone Star, to me, this is the ugliest truck I own. It is just, it's hideous. I considered driving it, and then I decided I don't want to puke all over my desk. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell that truck. Now, I have a truck right here that needs a driver. Just so happens that I have a driver that is free. So he gets a new truck. It's still an International, but it is better than the Lone Star. All joking aside, though, I really hate the look of that truck. That is one ugly truck, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, I am honestly starting to miss my Western Star, and I've been wanting to get a Western Star, another Western Star, rather, a 49X instead of a 57X. And the reason that I want a 49X instead of a 57 is, well, let me just show you with this one, I guess. See how the wheels are set back? That is a heavier haul truck. You can haul a lot more like heavy cargo with that than if the wheels are set forward. Why that's a thing? I don't know. But if you notice, look up here at the heavy cargo. It goes from about midway, let's just call that 50%, to about 80% or 90%. About 80%, yeah. Maneuverability goes up a bit too. Like, there's where it was. So yeah, this truck is more of a heavy hauler truck, right? Um, I really don't like the. I'm not real sure if I like the day cab that much, to be honest with you. It's a little stupid looking, but probably not gonna get the sleeper like this one. Simply because not really um it's not really good at maneuvering. Like if I was gonna take a trip or something, I'd want this, but I also want something that can actually, make turns. So yeah. Anyway, for that I would go with like this, maybe. Again, it's 100 and you know to buy it new would be $150,000. I have almost 100,000 after selling the truck. However, going into the used truck market, Western Star. I'm not too happy with the colors. Not I'm not too happy with the whole like solid white truck. It's fine for now, but I really don't care for it. I honestly really do not care for it. So yeah, let's buy this Western Star. Put in Santa Fe. There goes, quite a bit of my money. And then the Western Star, it needs some help. I can tell you that right now. Even though it was $45,000, it needs some help. Why is it freaking raining again? Yeah, it didn't hardly want to start there. So it definitely needs some help. Yeah, if this is as fast as it will go because it's stuck in third, um, there's some major issues going on. So yeah, I am gonna change the color probably. I'm gonna look into putting a back window in it. Got some really squeaky brakes. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere in this truck till I fix it. That's for damn sure. Um, sure I'm still recording. That truck, you can either stop or you can hit me. I don't care. If you hit me, you pay for a brand new truck. Now, I already know what motor I want in it. It's the same motor that my other Western Star has in it. However, I may do ISX instead. Depending on the price. Actually, first, let's do truck service. Repair all. $3,000 to fix everything. Now it should work properly. Let's see, ISX. Alright, so I believe these are default parts, just with modded sounds, and then these are actually different. I'm not 100% sure on that. I want something. $485 for that. That ain't bad. Yeah, let's keep the 10 speed. Alright, so if I remember right, 2.5. 2.5. And alright, that's RGB. Now, I want metallic midnight blue is what I want. So, I don't know if that's what this is supposed to be, but it's not really the same. It's close, but it's not the same. So yeah. Anyway, let's do this. Gotta have painted, and well, chrome instead of painted. Chrome, not painted. I freaking hate painted mirrors. Chrome, because chrome. Let's get a good sized bumper, shall we? Or not. Vintage chrome. Standard. That doesn't look horrible. We'll spend way too damn much money on this truck. Only to drive it like, once. But, yeah. I honestly... I've been wanting this truck for a while. Just so happens that one popped up on what is essentially Truck Marketplace. And there we go. $13,000 later. Cha-ching. Let's see what this thing sounds like. Okay. It's not bad. Not horrible, anyway. Not great, but not bad. Let's go to a 90-degree field of view, seat position, all the way up. There we go. Okay. I might put a different trans in it. Um, you know what? Let's do a 13. Not the biggest fan of the turbo noise, but I think it's fine. I believe this is kind of similar to what my other Western Star has in it. Let's get the trailer hooked up. Speaking of trailers, that brings me to the next thing that I wanted to talk about. Um, I need to start getting some trailers. What I want to do is I want to get more trucks for Santa Fe. I'm gonna have to fix them up. That's just really all there is to it. Um, in fact, let's go ahead and actually get another truck. Let's get this one. It's a Mack Pinnacle, 46 inch or 40, whatever. And then the next cheapest one is just out of budget. I would like to get a International LT high rise. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to fix the Mack up before I give it to a driver. But speaking of drivers, let's hire one. None of these actually look all that enticing, to be honest with you. Trying to look like Ozzy Osbourne there. Um, he looks like someone that I would end up punching in the face. He looks very depressed. And I guess with a name like that, I would be too. That is a weird name. Like, no offense to anyone that has that name, but Mayanko, that's gotta be Russian, right? I'm probably wrong. It's probably some other country or something, but yeah. Hmm. Let's give it to the Aussie wannabe. And give him the good truck, if you will. Let's see. And yeah, let's go look at jobs real quick. Carson City, Carson City. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far. Nope. Can we make it to Elko and not have an hour and a half long video? No, we can't. This video is already 20 minutes long and I haven't even done anything. Um, I'm gonna have to find something that is relatively short. That's 5 hours in game. It's paying almost 30K, so we're good with that. You know what? Before we head out, I want to change my seating position. I'll put it back just a hair. Then I can scoot it back up. Um, Honestly, that's a little weird to me, so... I guess the only thing I'm changing is the field of view. Steering wheel telescope. Tilt. There we go. Seat position, let's get it up just a wee little bit. Right there. That works. Alright. Did it reset my lights too? No, it did. Okay. Eh, yeah, let's get there. Haven't been there in a while, also. The turbo is probably going to drive me nuts. Alright, it's 5:30. Let's see, it's probably going to be 6. Yep, and it's still freaking raining. Will you stop raining? There's not even a cloud over me. You know what? Let's turn that down just a little bit. Y'all might not be able to hear it, but I can, and it's really, really obnoxious. Let's see, turbo volume. It's at 9%. Let's turn just. Yeah. I really don't like the turbo sounds. So. I can still hear it, but it's not nearly as bad. Alright, so, I've kind of turned these into, like a... Well, I play a game, I'm driving, and I talk about random stuff, you know. So, um... So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was complaining about, well, a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. But he was complaining about the price of cards, believe it or not. It's actually a good sounding jailbreak. Anyway, he was complaining about the price of cards. Like, we're both into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we were actually talking about him getting into the card game, which I have a video that I'm thinking about making that is actually going to be based on the conversation that we had about it. Um, long story short, I need to adjust my mirrors. I can't even see my damn trailer. There we go. Concave. Lets me see people in my blind spot. This one's just fine, I guess. Anyway, I got a video planned that I'm thinking about making for, well, based on that conversation that we had the other day. But he was talking about, like, how the price of cards, which are cardboard, by the way, has gone through the roof. Some of the cards that he bought years and years ago and traded away because he was a dumbass are now worth like $5,000 to $10,000. We're talking about Magic cards, of course, or Pokemon cards. I think he said Magic. I don't know, but yeah, cards are just freaking insane. I know Pokemon cards are absolutely freaking insane. Like a original Charizard, foil Charizard. I forget how much the last one of those that I seen online was. It was all up there, that's for damn sure. You can definitely tell this is a Cummins engine. I am going around you. I don't want to waste time. Why are we stopping? Why do you have to stop to turn right? Uh, I will never understand that. We got over, car. Oh, now you're gonna get over, huh? Smart guy. Let me through. It's kind of acting like the rain's slowing down, but I'm heading into what looks like a storm, so I should slow down. I just happened to look at my speedometer on my map there, and it said 84, so yeah, I should probably slow down just a little. Which I think I'm going to have to slow down a lot here in just a second. Yep. I actually don't mind the sound of this motor, I just wish it had a different turbo sound. I'm not sure that this motor would actually go in this truck, or if it would just be Detroit. I know an engine that I wanted to put in the Mac R model before I disabled it and actually drive it around, but decided against it. The 12V71 or 12V91. Detroit 2-stroke diesel. I could put it in here. But they're not the most powerful engines in the world. I kind of need to adjust my seats again. Why are you so slow? Why are you so slow? Speed limit is 80 and people are doing 45. Why? I can get over. See, I'm kind of thinking my next trailer that's my personal trailer will be a low boy. I've been doing a lot of flatbed stuff since I got the trailer. Because it's, well, it's a drop deck, flatbed, same thing pretty much. I'm thinking after I get a little bit more money, obviously. I actually want to do a test. But in order to do said test, it would require quite a bit of work. When I say quite a bit of work, I do mean it would take quite a bit of work. Um, it's only 65, really? Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying before I lost my train of thought. And it's back at the 80. Kind of thinking about getting a different trailer because I've been doing nothing but flat deck, drop deck stuff since I bought the trailer. Which, I mean, it's fair because it is a drop deck flatbed, right? I have been thinking lowboy, perhaps, which would kind of justify this truck because it is spec'd more for heavy haul. Um, and you get into more heavy haul type stuff when you have a lowboy than you do with flatbed. You get to haul stuff like, excavators, bulldozers, heavy things. And like you can customize them to be um, those big triple um, lowboys with the articulating front and back part of it. So that's what I've been kind of considering. Um, to see how much money it makes on a job. Because, this job right here is paying, 28,000, something like that. Almost 30,000, I believe. Let me just check. 27,009. So, $28,000. I'm just kind of curious if Lowboy pays any more, or any less on a job like this. Because, granted, you can't haul two on a lowboy, but you can haul one of those big excavators or something like that on it. Okay. Yeah, scratch my eye. Well, not really scratch, but rub. It's itching. So that's good. Let's see. How long is this video? It's already almost 40 minutes. It's going to be an hour long. Spent 20 minutes customizing the truck and stuff, talking about the truck, but, is what it is, right? I reckon I can get in the right lane. No, I need to stay in the left lane. So, as of recording this, I watched a video from a YouTuber that does bass videos. If you have any interest in bass, and you probably watched some of his videos, Davey504, and he was talking about how his channel is all but getting shut down because of copyright bullshit. Like, it's not, his channel isn't getting shut down. Like, they're not taking the channel down, it's just, he's not making any money off of it. And he's got like 13 million subscribers, so he's a pretty good sized channel. Um, One of the things that he was saying is like a lot of the videos that he does get copyright claims and like shared revenue. But in the time that the videos have been up, like one of them over the course of a month made $200 compared to full revenue would have been like $2,000. So yeah, um, and that kind of stuff has been happening to a lot of people. Like, in fact, one of my friends was telling me the other day that he has quit doing YouTube stuff because of copyright. He's a small channel like me. He's got less than 100 subscribers. But he gave it up because um, he did everything correctly for fair use and stuff like that, and he still got copyrighted. So even if he got monetized, he wouldn't be able to get monetized because all his stuff is copyrighted. Um, really, you only made $246. Um, I guess I should pick a lane, huh? I think I'll stay in the right lane. But yeah, he was telling me, he just gave it up because he said, I can't make no money doing that, and I'm doing it as a hobby, and they're trying to take down my hobby after I'm, doing videos showing people how to actually play the guitar, in this case, how to play songs like Sweet Home Alabama, for example. How to play, I don't know, one of a Metallica song. Nothing else matters, Like he was just saying, when he does video lessons like that, because he's a music teacher. Like he's a high school music teacher, and the YouTube thing is a hobby. So he wanted to do videos on YouTube for it's well, the way that he told me anyway. It started out that he was doing videos on a private website that only his students could access, and then one of his students asked him about posting stuff on YouTube, and one thing led to another. He started doing YouTube videos, and he's got like, I think he's got less subscribers than me at the moment, like under 100. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while, but basically he just said that he's not going to be able to do that because he wouldn't be able to make any money off of it, and it takes a lot of time to research the song, to learn the song if he doesn't already know it, learn all the power chords and all the like rhythm guitar parts and stuff like that to make the full how to play X song video. Yeah, he just said that YouTube has gotten to the point where it's not worth it anymore because of the copyright crap. Like, it's copyright is a real thing. Like, it is a legal thing, and it is legal. Like, it's thing for a reason. Hello, lag. Why are you running at such a crappy FPS all of a sudden? What the hell? Big city, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, like, copyright is a thing for a reason to keep people from pirating. Why are you freezing? It's to keep people from, pirating stuff and getting away with it, or just downloading stuff because they want to without permission, which is piracy. Um, like, you can get in some pretty deep trouble for doing copyright stuff too much. If you're a big company, like a game company, for example, and you completely rip off another game company, you can have your ass sued. But it's also like under fair use if you are doing an educational video showing people how to play a song, uh, talking about something and playing the song. Like, there's so many different things that are supposed to fall under fair use that are just getting obliterated. And it's really stupid. So, I don't really know the full story behind what my friend's, um, problem is with it, or what's happening to him, but I know that he just said that he's pretty much done uploading videos for a while. Uh, I guess, or he's gonna upload on another site. I don't know. Which is kind of lame because, YouTube is a big place. There's multiple millions of people on YouTube, creators and consumers, if you will. Uh, and they are actively driving them away. Like, they are actively trying to drive, uh, they're trying to make it to where people can't make money on YouTube anymore. And they control all the money. So it's not worth the time and effort in making the video. Can I actually... this is gonna be one of those annoying ones, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. This is going to be very annoying. Um, how do I get back there? place is so freaking confusing. I guess I could have went around the building this way. Yeah, I could have went around it this way, I guess. We may have to find a different motor for this. Ain't too bad, 27,000. With the income that my driver's got, that put me up to almost 50K, so I have enough money to do a couple more things to another truck, which is fine. Speaking of other trucks, the Mack will probably be the next truck that I drive. It's already got a 550 in it. Depending on how crappy it sounds, I will probably change the motor. Haven't fully decided yet, but I might. I kind of like this truck. I want a different motor for it, but I like this truck. I'm definitely starting to miss my my Western Star 5700X. The 49X, not bad, not bad. But yeah, this is a little better of a truck in my opinion. So, it is what it is. Anyway, the video is long enough. It is going to be about an hour long if I don't cut it here. So, yeah. If you made it to this point in the video, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. Also, I do apologize when I lose my train of thought on things and just kind of randomly shut up for a minute and then talk about something else. So yeah, I'm kind of doing that now, actually. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all the algorithm stuff. Share it with your friends, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.